do. I think he's one of the best heavyweights of all time. And his movement is so different. One of the things that was interesting, well, they were talking about the fight, and Tony Bellows was talking about when he fought him.
The big question looming over everything is who's stopping this guy? Who is going to stop Oleksandr Usyk?
Prime Usyk at cruiserweight or prime Holyfield at cruiserweight?
Usyk is just different. The fighters are different now. It used to be like skill, now it's more about conditioning.
You think so?
Yeah.
Microphone Joe Rogan hails Oleksandr Usyk as one of the greatest heavyweights in boxing history. He applauds Usyk's phenomenal footwork and elite-level technique, highlighting how he consistently confuses and wears down top-tier opponents inside the ring. Rogan stresses that Usyk isn't just beating mid-level boxers, he's outclassing the best heavyweights of this generation, and doing it repeatedly. For Rogan, what sets Usyk apart is his high fight IQ and unmatched movement. His skill to make world-class fighters appear average is clear proof that Usyk deserves a place among the sport's all-time legends. Boxing glove crown.
The last Dubois fight.
Yeah. Is it crazy? I saw something the other day. It was like, Usyk swimming 5 hours. I was like, oh my God.
He's an animal, man.
Yeah.
I mean, he's so fucking good. He's so good. I mean, think about what that guy has done. He beat AJ twice. He beat Tyson Fury twice. And now he beat Dubois twice. Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
No, it's incredible.
Those are two of the best, of this era. I think he's one of the best of all time. I really do. I think he's one of the best heavyweights of all time. And his movement is so different. One of the things that was interesting, they were talking about the fight, and Tony Bellows was talking about when he fought him, and AJ was saying that when he fought him, it was the most exhausted he's ever been, because he's always moving. There's no rest with him.
No rest.
There's
no
like
time.
constant,
Yeah.
there's constant twitching.
Under fire the whole time.
You're constantly thinking, when is this coming? There's no silent agreements. There's no relaxation. There's no rounds off.
Yeah.
Everything is, he's putting it on you and moving constantly. Like I always say, he's like a giant Lomachenko.
Got it.
They were both trained by the same guy.
Oh, were they?
Yeah, Lomachenko's father trained Usyk as well.
Ah.
Yeah.
So there's something,
Obviously, gravity keeps him from moving the way Lomachenko does, because Lomachenko's so small.
Yeah.
He can dance around you.
For sure.
In footwork, just majestic footwork. But Usyk's footwork is there's a bunch of breakdowns of the final combination that he hit Daniel with. Mm-hmm. And, he steps off to the side and lands that fucking left hook from hell. God, it was good. You could see Daniel was already tired. You could see it. It's
yeah.
He's just dealing
There's
with
got to be
movement.
something like, Lomachenko's dad, like some type of philosophy or something. You know what I mean? That these guys just kind of tap into, because to be a big guy, there's footwork and all that stuff. But I think, man, shout out to the coach.
It's skill, man. It's a skillful type of boxing.
Newspaper boxing experts now widely recognize Oleksandr Usyk as a true all-time great in the heavyweight division. Legends like Lennox Lewis, Larry Holmes, and Evander Holyfield have long defined heavyweight greatness. But Usyk's rise has changed that narrative. His move up from cruiserweight wasn't just smooth, it was historic. In a weight class dominated by power and size, Usyk didn't just survive, he dominated. His sharp ring IQ, elite technical ability, and consistent victories over top-level opponents prove he's more than just talented. He's a generational force. Usyk isn't just winning, he's redefining what it means to be a heavyweight champion. Gold medal boxing glove fighter.
Let's quickly have that conversation then about the best heavyweights of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Where? Because I know in your head you've done it already. I mean, you've done about 20,000 videos since the fight. One of those videos must be sad where he's ranked as an all-time top 10 heavyweight.
Oh, I think he has to be in the top 5, if not top 3. But he has to be. He has to be. And
go on then, name him.
So, Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
Lennox Lewis.
Yeah.
And I would actually probably say Oleksandr Usyk.
Yeah.
Just ahead of Larry Holmes.
Okay.
Just ahead of Larry Holmes.
Yeah.
I know, look, those two, Lewis and Ali, their resume speaks for itself. The world title fights, they speak for themselves.
I've sat with him and he has an aura.
Mm-hmm.
He
can
walks
tell
in,
that, even looking at my videos.
He
something
walks in,
different.
dude, and you're like, okay, his eyes, they're this very piercing, and you think, you feel like you are in the presence of something very, very special.
Trophy Oleksandr Usyk has consistently defeated nearly every top heavyweight opponent, and in many cases, more than once. With fewer elite contenders in today's heavyweight scene, Usyk has had to face some rivals in rematches, yet his performance has never dipped. His intensity, precision, and elite skill set remain razor-sharp every time he steps into the ring. The fact that fans now struggle to name a truly compelling next opponent says a lot about his dominance. Maybe Joseph Parker remains as a potential challenger, but even that matchup lacks the excitement it might have held years ago. Usyk's legacy is already cemented, becoming undisputed in multiple weight classes, and doing it with technical brilliance, discipline, and humility places him firmly among the sport's all-time greats. Boxing glove crown fire.
Quick feet, he's got the power, and he's got Andy Lee. Those things make that fight pretty intriguing.
I agree, and if he faces him, I think he again will be the heavy favorite. And let's assume he beats him. Do you retire? Do you take another lap around the same block?
Like you said, it's a young 38, and again, I know this is a money game, but the other young heavyweight that I like that's been on a very good run, and we've been impressed with them, Agit Kabayel. And now that's another relatively small heavyweight that's quick-fisted, and he knows how to operate inside. Again, he's already beaten Fury twice. He's fought Joshua twice. When we talk about trilogies, generally it's about 1-1.
Right.
Not 2-0.
Exactly.
Although we just had one with Serrano and Taylor, but again, they have limited opposition. But there you have it. Oleksandr Usyk once again becomes undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. And rounding out Boxing Palooza 2025 from the MGM Grand in Las Vegas.
There's increasing speculation that Joseph Parker might be the next opponent for Usyk, though many see it as more of a routine matchup than a real threat. Boxing commentator Adeola Oladipo even mentioned he'd be entertained by a rematch between Usyk and Derek Chisora, not because Chisora would win, but due to the energy and showmanship he brings. Chisora knows how to hype a fight and turn it into a must-watch event, which could boost boxing's popularity. Still, in terms of pure skill and achievements, Usyk is widely viewed as being leagues ahead of both Parker and Chisora. Any potential fight would likely just reinforce Usyk's dominant position in the sport.
Then, well, here it is. Here's your world title shot. You're going to fight for a world title, right? But if you're Joseph Parker, and I spoke to Andy Lee, it isn't just a case of fighting for a world title. You want to fight the number one for the world title, and that guy is Oleksandr Usyk. So, yeah, there must be loads of conversations going on right now. Loads of conversations. I did say this the other day, and I don't know, sometimes I'm like, you know, when I was in the ring and I was interviewing Oleksandr Usyk, I was desperate because of my love for Joseph Parker. I was desperate for Joseph Parker to get. I know he got in the ring after, but I'm talking about on the zone. So whilst everyone is still in the stadium and everyone's still tuned in, I was desperate for him to kind of just jump in the ring. I was desperate for him to do it. Chisora was trying to do it. So Chisora knows how to play the game. And as much as people are like, what's Chisora doing? Chisora won't get the fight, but that's kind of what you got to do. And I know people are like, well, 1 second, it's not like that. It's ranking. Well, no, it's not though, is it? Because, again, Oleksandr Usyk can vacate the belt. He can say no. You have to kind of do what Daniel Dubois did last time. Daniel Dubois, rightly or wrongly, got in the ring, pissed Usyk off. Usyk's like, okay, we'll fight then. Fuck it. This is what you're doing, dude. We'll fight. And I felt like there was a time where I wanted Joseph Parker to almost nudge me. And I'm telling you now, you know, we're kind of told not to give the mic. I don't know if you see, I always hold on to the mic. I would have given Joseph Parker the mic. And I would like Joseph Parker because there's a mean side to Joseph Parker. I think everyone sees the friendly side. I've seen the mean side. And I wanted Joseph Parker to say, I want my shot. You've been ducking me. All these things might not be true, but do it. Said it. The crowd would have gone a bit wild, right? Because I think a lot of the crowd want Joseph Parker to get his shot. But that's not what happened. And all of a sudden, you're seeing Jake Paul in the ring doing a face-off. You're seeing all these, and I'm like, where's Joseph Parker? Where are you, Joseph?
Fabio Wardley, one of boxing's emerging talents, offered some tough words of wisdom for anyone preparing to face Usyk. He emphasized that traditional strategies simply won't cut it. Usyk's slick footwork and elite defense make him nearly impossible to hit with basic jabs and routine combos. According to Wardley, fighters need to be adaptable and relentless, using unusual angles, creative punches, like mixing right hooks, left crosses, and deceptive feints to throw Usyk off balance. But even Wardley admitted, Executing such a game plan is far more difficult when the bell rings. Inside the ropes, many opponents end up swinging a tail while Usyk dictates both the tempo and territory with calm precision.
And then you found something. How difficult is it when your tactics aren't working and they weren't working for Daniel? Look, I'm not comparing Oleksandr Usyk to Justice Hooney, but you had to find something and you found it.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think that there is a level of belief of I will find it. I can find the way. I will find the way, and maybe some kind of and stubbornness, especially from my part, probably of like I'm not rolling over. I will find the way. Like I will manage my way out of this situation. I will extend the alphabet past the letter Z until I find the right plan that works here, the right situation, the right combination, the right punch. I will exhaust all options, me personally, and it is a...
No, don't do this to us.
Stuff, and you're just going, your brain's going, this isn't working. Like I don't know what you're on about. Like it's not happening. It's not working. And then you have to get up and you have to G yourself up and get yourself going again. And
Joe Rogan has often expressed his admiration for Oleksandr Usyk, calling him a true phenomenon in the boxing world. He points out that Usyk started his career much lighter than many of the opponents he now beats with remarkable ease. Despite stepping up to the heavyweight division, Usyk hasn't just competed, he's taken control. Rogan highlights how Usyk handles massive fighters with remarkable precision and composure. While others may depend on size or raw strength, Usyk systematically breaks down his rivals, both mentally and physically. According to Rogan, it's a surprising blend of a relatively smaller frame and dominant performance that makes Usyk such a captivating fighter to watch.
Usyk.
Yes.
I think he's incredible.
Incredible.
I mean, I've watched every one of his fights. That dude is on such a different level.
And he's smaller than everybody.
He's fighting giants.
He's fighting giants.
When you're fighting a guy who's 60 pounds heavier with 10-ounce, 12-ounce gloves, it makes such a world of difference. Trying to hurt
Especially
somebody.
when the guy is fucking Anthony Joshua, you know?
But please understand, Usyk fought at, I think, 75 when he started out. He's not a big frame guy.
He's like 225, 230 as a
220,
heavyweight.
220, not even
Yeah,
230.
not big. Not big,
And that's
man.
a lot of... he
By
had
the
to
way,
put
that
weight
was
on.
Tyson's weight when he was in his prime, too.
Yeah.
There's something to be said for that, because a 220-pound man like Mike Tyson can knock out any human being that's ever lived.
Yeah, your jaw.
The amount of power he can generate is insane.
Former heavyweight champ Shannon Briggs offered a bold opinion, stating that in a matchup against a prime Evander Holyfield, he'd back Usyk to win. Briggs explained that Usyk has grown beyond being just a skilled technician. His success now heavily depends on his elite-level conditioning. He noted that while Usyk once relied on sharp movement and clever angles, he now overwhelms opponents with non-stop pressure and stamina. Even when facing top-tier talent, Usyk's engine allows him to keep advancing, landing shots, and dictating the pace until his rival breaks down. According to Briggs, that relentless work rate is what truly sets Usyk apart from the rest.
Prime Usyk at cruiserweight or prime Holyfield at cruiserweight?
Usyk is just different. The fighters are different now. It used to be like skill, now it's more about conditioning.
You think so?
Yes, I
Yeah.
know so. Because you could be skillful for 4, 5, 6, 7 rounds, but if that guy got that pressure on you and you can't stop it, it's like it's running your machine too fast. Your machine, you gonna lose, like you'll go down, and they still going up. Like Usyk, he's still going up. 12th round, he's strong as in the first round. He throwing punches like it's the first round. No one else has done that, been able to do that in the history of boxing.
How would you have fought Usyk?
I would have tried to knock him out. You know, but you see, again, me and my best, from my escape plan is, I'm boxing cool and relaxed. And I'm countering the heck out of him. And I'm also boxing.
Boxing icon Roy Jones Jr. admitted he didn't expect Usyk to be as dominant as he's proven to be. Reflecting on Daniel Dubois' performance, Jones pointed out that Dubois relied on tactics that were too simplistic to challenge someone as skilled as Usyk. He acknowledged that while a larger heavyweight could beat Usyk, it would take a flawless game plan, one that blends smart pressure, versatility, and top-tier conditioning. Usyk is a master at identifying patterns, and once he sees a rhythm, he takes full advantage. So even though it's possible to beat him, Jones made it clear, no one's going to do it by luck or brute force alone.
Oleksandr Usyk, what did you make of his display against Daniel Dubois last Saturday? It was something else, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it was, but it was nothing less than I expected, because if you make a guy quit with a jab, Spencer, you know this, if you make a guy quit with a jab, how is that guy ever going to beat you? You understand me? I mean, that's just what the real facts are. Not that the kid had got a little bit better. He got a little more confidence because he had a win over Joshua, which was good, but confidence is just not enough to beat a guy like Usyk. You gotta have some technique. You gotta have some grit. You can't lose to him with a jab and think you're gonna beat him. That's not gonna work.
Roy, you was a smaller guy that went up and won the world heavyweight title, one of the only ones to do that from middleweight up to heavyweight. You know, how does someone beat Oleksandr Usyk? Is it the smaller guy? Is it the guy that's coming up in the weight divisions, you know, as opposed to the bigger heavyweights?
No, the bigger guys could beat him. You just gotta have the right fight plan. None of these guys fighting with the right fight plan, and I'm not gonna tell them the right fight plan because that's not my job to do. But you gotta have the right fight plan to fight Usyk. If you don't have the right fight plan, he's gonna destroy you.
Even celebrity chef and sports fanatic Gordon Ramsay has weighed in on Usyk's reign, voicing the question now echoing across the boxing world. Who can actually stop this guy? Usyk has dismantled some of the era's top names, including Joshua and Dubois, sometimes beating them more than once. And with every rematch, he doesn't just repeat the win, he levels up. Ramsay's comment captures a growing sense of inevitability around Usyk's fights. At this point, challengers aren't expected to beat him, they're expected to endure. That's the level of dominance Usyk has achieved over the rest of the heavyweight scene.
At Wembley Stadium, Gordon Ramsay, what a stunning win for Oleksandr Usyk tonight against our very own Daniel Dubois.
Extraordinary. I mean, there's no stopping this man. 38 years of age, and he's got the cardio of a 21-year-old. Extraordinary. Super strong on the jab, super defensive, but just even the dummies, that's what threw Daniel off. And two cracking shots there in the fifth. So, yeah, listen, great night for boxing. But the big question looming over everything is who's stopping this guy? Who is going to stop Oleksandr Usyk?
His last 6 fights have had 2 wins against Dubois, 2 wins against Fury, and 2 against Joshua. It's phenomenal. You're right. Who is going to stop him? Could Tyson Fury come out of alleged retirement to beat him in a trilogy? Who knows?
Listen, that would be extraordinary if Tyson did that. But you've got to change your game. You've got to up it. This guy is just extraordinary. We haven't witnessed this in decades. So, you know, we're talking cruiserweight, you know, and he's dominating heavyweight. What does that say? So, thank God he's not in the cruiserweight division anymore.
Tony Bellew, who once shared the ring with Usyk, gave a raw and honest reflection of the experience. He said that during the first 6 rounds, he actually felt he was outboxing Usyk. But by round 7, everything changed. Bellew described a sudden wave of exhaustion that hit him, not because of a big punch, but because of the relentless pace Usyk kept. There was no moment to rest, no slowing down. Usyk hadn't thrown anything particularly damaging, but his non-stop movement and pressure slowly drained Bellew's energy. That, according to Bellew, is Usyk's true weapon, not power, but pressure over time. Joe Rogan also pointed out something similar when discussing Anthony Joshua's comments after his fight with Usyk. Joshua reportedly admitted it was one of the most tiring fights of his career, not because of heavy shots, but because Usyk never stops. There are no breaks, no lulls, no time to reset. His constant footwork and activity wear down an opponent's stamina, both physically and mentally. By the time most fighters realize what's happening, they're already behind on points and running on fumes. Rogan noted this is what makes Usyk so dangerous. He pushes an exhausting pace while never looking back.
One of the things that was interesting, they were talking about the fight, and AJ was saying that when he fought him, it was the most exhausted he's ever been. Because he's always moving. There's no rest with him.
No rest.
There's
no
like
time.
constant,
Yeah.
there's constant twitching.
Under fire the whole time.
You're constantly thinking, when is this coming? There's no silent agreements. There's no relaxation. There's no rounds off.
Yeah.
Everything is he's putting it on you and moving constantly. Like I always say, he's like a giant Lomachenko.
Got it.
They were both trained by the same guy.
Oh, were they?
Yeah, Lomachenko's father trained Usyk as well.
Ah.
Yeah. He's so good. I mean, you think about what that guy has done. He beat AJ twice. He beat Tyson Fury twice. And now he beat Dubois twice.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
No, it's incredible.
Those are 2 of the best, like, of this era. I think he's one of the best of all time.
Usyk once shared a revealing look into the mentality that drives him. He explained that motivation comes and goes. Some days it's strong, other days it disappears completely. What truly counts, he said, is discipline. For Usyk, training isn't about mood or inspiration. It's a daily obligation. That steady commitment is what propelled him to the top and kept him there. While many fighters wait to feel ready, Usyk shows up regardless of how he feels. He believes success isn't just about natural ability. It's about showing up, putting in the work, and doing it consistently. That, he says, is the real foundation of a champion, and he proves it every time he steps into the ring.
Listen, bro, I don't have motivation, I have discipline. Motivation, it's temporary. Today you have motivation, tomorrow wake up early, you don't have motivation. But when I wake up early morning in training, I never have motivation. I have only discipline, because when I wake up, my team too wake up and we go to training. But, I don't have motivation. I today not go to training. No, bro, I don't know. Motivation is good, but discipline is a bit better.
That's it for today's video. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more. Until next time, stay sharp and stay tuned.